Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. As we approach the final stretch of the preseason, there's a lot of buzz around the San Francisco 49ers. And let me tell you, this upcoming game against the Los Angeles Chargers on Saturday is more than just a tune-up before the regular season. It's a pivotal moment for many players, fighting to secure their spot on the 53-man roster. The 49ers, as we all know, have a rich history of building competitive teams, and this year is no different. With a roster that's packed with talent and a coaching staff known for their strategic acumen, every single snap in this last preseason game matters immensely. The 49ers are in a position where they need to make some tough decisions, especially when it comes to the wide receiver core, tight ends, and the defensive backfield. The team has some clear starters, but behind them, there's a fierce battle for those final spots. And these battles can often be decided in the last preseason game, where a single impressive play can mean the difference between making the team or getting cut. So, let's dive into some of the key players involved in this fight, starting with the wide receivers. Isaiah Hodgins, a San Jose native, has been a player to watch during training camp and the preseason. He's got a lot of talent and potential, but at the same time, he's competing with some established veterans. During last Saturday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders, Hodgins caught 2 passes for 21 yards. Not a bad showing, but in the competitive world of roster cuts, those numbers might not be enough to secure his spot. Robbie Chosen, on the other hand, had a standout performance, which means Hodgins will have to step up big time in this final game if he wants to avoid being shown the door. For Hodgins, it's about making that one game count. An impressive outing, maybe a couple of big catches or a touchdown, could be enough to sway the coaching staff. But it's not just about the wide receivers. Tight end is another position where things are heating up. The 49ers have historically carried 4 tight ends in recent seasons, but with roster cuts looming, they might opt to go with just 3. Right now, the battle is between Jake Tongs and Braden Willis. Tongs had a stronger showing in the first preseason game, and they had comparable stats in the second, so he might have a slight edge. Willis will need to put on an impressive display in this final game to make up ground and prove he's worth a roster spot. The final tight end spot is a prize that could go to the player who shows the most versatility, blocking ability, and hands during Saturday's game. Now, shifting to the defensive side, especially the cornerback position, things are even more intriguing. The 49ers have been testing out some young talent, including rookie Upton Stout, who has shown a lot of promise with his speed and coverage skills. Chase Lucas has also been impressive with a huge preseason performance, making it clear that he's fighting hard for a roster spot. Dallas Flowers, another name to keep an eye on, has also turned heads with his playmaking ability, but one of the most interesting storylines involves Darrell Luter Jr., a former third-round pick. Luter has been trying to carve out a place on this roster, but he needs to do something special in the final preseason game. An interception, multiple pass breakups, anything that demonstrates his playmaking skills, could be the key to earning that last spot. This is the kind of situation that exemplifies how competitive the NFL can be. Every drill, every snap, every play in these preseason games can make or break a player's career. And for the 49ers, who have a rich history of roster depth and strategic drafting, the stakes are even higher. The coaching staff has a tough task ahead of them, balancing experience with youth, and trying to identify those hidden gems who can contribute during the regular season. But let's talk a little about the bigger picture here. The 49ers have been building an impressive team over the past few seasons, and this year, expectations are sky-high. The core of the team is solid, players like Brock Purdy leading the offense, with a talented group of skill position players around him. The defense, which has been one of the league's best in recent years, continues to impress, especially with emerging talents and established veterans. the team's philosophy of physicality, strategic play calling, and versatility remains intact, and that's what keeps fans excited about this season. And remember, the 49ers aren't just about regular season success. They're a team with Super Bowl aspirations, and every move in the preseason is geared toward that ultimate goal. The front office and coaching staff are meticulously analyzing every player, every play, trying to assemble the most competitive roster possible. They want to avoid the mistakes of the past, where roster gaps or lack of depth hurt them in crucial moments. So each of these players fighting for their spot is not just playing for a spot on the team, they're playing for their NFL careers, for their dreams, and for the chance to be part of something historic in San Francisco. Now, as we get closer to the final game, the excitement is building. Fans are eagerly watching to see who will make the cut, who will step up and impress, and who might be left behind. The atmosphere in the 49ers camp is intense but also filled with hope. Everyone knows that the final roster will shape the team's potential for this season and beyond. The coaching staff is probably analyzing every detail, looking for that one game-changing moment that can tip the scales in their favor. And let's not forget that roster cuts are always a roller coaster. Some players who didn't perform as expected might get another shot later in the season through practice squad agreements. And some under-the-radar players could surprise everyone and turn into key contributors. The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so thrilling. Every preseason game is a microcosm of the season to come, a test of talent, resilience, and determination. So, for all the 49ers fans out there, keep your eyes peeled for Saturday's game. It's more than just a final preseason matchup. It's a battleground where futures are decided. The players I mentioned, Isaiah Hodgins, Jake Tongs, Braden Willis, Upton Stout, Chase Lucas, Dallas Flowers, and Darrell Luter Jr. They all have a shot to make a statement. And remember, the coaches are watching every move closely, looking for those who can perform under pressure and help this team chase another Super Bowl ring. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This team is on the brink of something special, and every preseason game, every practice, every play is a piece of the puzzle. The 49ers have the talent, the coaching, and the drive to contend for another Super Bowl, but it all starts with these last few days of roster decisions. So stay with us, keep supporting the team, and let's get ready for what promises to be an exciting season ahead. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners!